Hi students, in the last class we discussed the problems on single phase inductance and three phase inductance calculation and of basic models like directly substituting the given values and getting the values of inductance and the inductance and reactance of single phase and three phase system. Now we are going to solve the problem on single phase capacitance for a single phase circuit line. Okay, if you have seen if you have saw the problem in the previous, then coming to the given data in the problem, it is nothing but, let us see the given data. The given data is, it is a single phase circuit line which consists of two conductors and the diameter of each conductor is, the diameter of each conductor is 2 centimeters in the given problem, and these two conductors are separated with a distance of 3 meters. Conductor A and conductor B, these two are separated with a distance of 3 meters. So for such a single phase line circuit, we want to calculate 3 bits. The first one is neutral capacitance for 1 kilometer length, and the B bit is to calculate the B bit of line to line capacitance for the same kilometer length, and the C bit is susceptance of this transmission line for same 1 kilometer line. These three we have to solve in this problem. Okay, so before solving the problem, we all of us know that the capacitance of the single phase system for a single conductor with respect to neutral is given by Cn, which is equal to 2 pi epsilon naught divided by ln of d by r farad per meter length, where this epsilon naught is an absolute permittivity whose value is epsilon naught is equal to 8.854 into 10 power minus 12 farad per meter. Let us substitute the values of that epsilon naught, diameter of the conductor and radius of the conductor in this formula, and we'll get the magnitude of the neutral capacitance as Cn, which is equal to 2 pi epsilon naught whose value is 8.854 into 10 power minus 12 divided by ln of d by r, where d is the distance between the conductors given in the problem as 3 meters. So this is 3 divided by r. The radius of the conductor, if you check it, the diameter is 2 centimeters. Therefore, the radius is 1 centimeter. 1 into 10 power minus 2 meters. We have to keep this meters spacing and radius both in meters. Then on calculating this value per meter length, we will get the magnitude as 9.74 into 10 power minus 12 farad per meter. But in the problem, they have clearly asked us to calculate the neutral capacitance for 1 kilometer length. Therefore, multiplying it with 1000, we will get the per kilometer value of the capacitance as Cn per kilometer. It is equal to 9.74 into 10 power minus 12 multiplied by 1000. Since 1 kilometer is equal to 1000 meters, we will get this magnitude as 9.74 into 10 power minus 9 farads existed for 1 kilometer length of the transmission line. This is our first bit, A bit. And coming to the B bit, they are asking us to find out the magnitude of the line capacitance. So far what we calculated is neutral capacitance. Coming to the line capacitance, the magnitude what we know is the line capacitance CL is equal to half of the neutral capacitance. That is, the neutral capacitance is 2 pi epsilon naught divided by ln of d by r. Should be halved. Then the 2 get cancelled here, and what we get is the line capacitance, which is equal to pi epsilon naught divided by ln of d by r farad per meter. As we know the magnitude of the neutral capacitance in the previous bit, just we will make half of that value, directly we will get the B bit answer. So that the line capacitance is equal to half of the neutral capacitance. For 1 kilometer length, directly I am keeping here, so that we will get this magnitude as half of the 9.74, whose value is equal to 4.87 into 10 power minus 9 farad per kilometer length. As I told you, we are solving for 1 kilometer length. The same 1 kilometer length, we got the line to line capacitance also. That is the B bit. And C bit, what they have asked us is the C bit, susceptance of the transmission line. The susceptance, we know the magnitude formula. Susceptance, capacitive susceptance is equal to, it is a reciprocal of the capacitive reactance. That is, BC is equal to 1 by XC. Where 1 by XC, we know that its value is 2 pi FC. Okay. Since we know the frequency, operating frequency is of given in the problem as 50 Hz line. Yes. Then the frequency is 50 Hz. The capacitance, neutral capacitance calculated per kilometer value is there with us as this is the magnitude 9.74 into 10 power minus 9 farad per kilometer. Then directly we can get the magnitude of capacitive susceptance, which is equal to, substituting the values, 2 into pi into the frequency is 50 Hz multiplied by the capacitance value calculated for one phase for a length of 1 kilometer. Its value is 9.74 into 10 power minus 9. So simplifying this in calculator, we will get the magnitude as 3.066 into 10 power minus 6, whose unit for the susceptive capacitance is mhos. Mhos for a length of 1 kilometer. So this is the magnitude of the capacitive susceptance. So it's a very simple problem. Direct substitution of the values from the formulas. We got the three answers. Those three are, the first one is neutral capacitance per kilometer length. This is the magnitude 9.74 into 10 power minus 9 farads per kilometer length. And second bit is the line to line capacitance, whose magnitude is half of the neutral capacitance. Its value is 4.87 into 10 power minus 9 farad per kilometer length. And the final one is capacitive susceptance, whose magnitude is 3.066 into 10 power minus 6 mhos, or also the unit is Simon, and it is also calculated for 1 kilometer length. Hi students, in the last class we have done a problem related to the capacitance of a single phase. Now we are going to solve the problems on the same capacitance for a three-phase circuit. So if you observe the problem, it is in the problem very clear that the given data, first of all we will write the given data. In the given data, it's a three-phase transmission line operating at 50 Hz, consisting of 3 conductors, and each conductor is having a diameter of each conductor is 21 centimeters. Okay, and these three conductors are separated with unequal distances. Those unequal distances are the conductor A and B are separated with a distance of DAB, and the conductor B and C is separated with a distance of DBC. Similarly, conductor C and A are separated with a distance of DCA and are given as AB is separated with 3 meters distance, whereas conductor B and C is separated with 3.5 meters and conductor C and A is separated with 3.6 meters. Sorry, it is 5 meters distance. Okay. So it's a three-phase system with three conductors, conductor AB separated with 3 meters and conductor BC separated with 5 meters and conductor CA separated with 3.6 meters, and each conductor is having a diameter of 21 centimeters. And now they are asking us to find out 3 bits as capacitance, neutral capacitance per kilometer length. Okay, and in the B bit we are going to calculate the reactance, capacitive reactance per 1 kilometer length. Next, the charging current that is passing in the capacitor for a length of 1 kilometer. And also in the given data they have given that the voltage operating is, the line is operated with a line to line voltage of 132 kV. Yes, this was the data. Coming to the solution part, let us see the solution. So we know that capacitance of a conductor with respect to neutral called as Cn, which can be written as Ca, which is equal to 2 pi epsilon naught divided by ln of d by r. Since it is unsymmetrically spaced by observing the distances of 3 meters, 5 meters and 3.6 meters, we can replace this d with d equivalent. Then what is d equivalent? The d equivalent is given by cube root of product of the possible distances. The product of the possible distances are DAB, DBC and DCA. So that we will get the capacitance as 2 pi epsilon naught divided by ln of cube root of DAB, DBC, DCA by R. Coming to the radius R, which is equal to diameter by 2, which is equal to 10.5 centimeters. Since all the measurements are taken in terms of meters, the same radius was given as 10.5 into 10 power minus 2 meters. Once getting all these values, we can substitute in this capacitance of the conductor and we will get the magnitude of that capacitance in terms of farads per meter length. Later we will extend our calculations to find out for 1 kilometer length after getting for 1 meter. Okay. So then the capacitance Ca is equal to numerator part 2 pi epsilon naught. Epsilon naught value is absolute permittivity, whose value is 8.854 into 10 power minus 12 by the natural logarithmic term of the ratio. The ratio is D equivalent. What is D equivalent? Cube root of product of the three distances. The product of the three distances you can observe they are 3 multiplied by 5 multiplied by 3.6 will become the numerator divided by R, where R is the radius. This was the radius, 10.5 centimeters. Since I want to write it in meters, I am putting here 10 power minus 2. By calculating the value 2 pi epsilon naught by ln of d by r, we will get the magnitude of this capacitance per conductor as 9.4385. You can cross check within your calculator calculations into 10 power minus 12 farad per meter. So the formula itself is designed or derived based on a condition that it was derived for 1 meter length. Okay. Since they are asking for us 1000 kilo, that is 1 kilometer, as 1 kilometer it is equal to 1000 meters. The same capacitance of this each conductor now will be calculated for 1 kilometer length just by multiplying it with 1000. What we get is 9.4385 into 10 power minus 9 farads obtained for 1 kilometer length. This is our first bit, A bit. Neutral capacitance or capacitance of each conductor for a length of 1 kilometer. This is the magnitude of the capacitance of that per phase for a length of 1 kilometer. And B bit. Coming to the B bit, we have to solve for capacitive reactance. As basic formulas we are having that capacitive reactance XC is equal to 1 by 2 pi Fc, where F is the operating frequency of the transmission line and C is the calculated capacitance of per conductor, which is equal to Ca, which we obtained for 1 kilometer length. Then the magnitude of this XC is equal to 1 by 2 pi, frequency is 50 Hz. Since the line is operating for a frequency of 50 Hz, F is equal to 50 Hz multiplied by the capacitance that was obtained for 1 kilometer length, whose value is 9.4385 into 10 power minus 9. So, substituting in the calculator, we will get the magnitude as 0.337 into 10 power 6 and the unit is ohms. So, the capacitance of farads was converted into ohmic values for a length of 1 kilometer. Necessity of converting this farads to ohmic value is to estimate the entire admittance. Once if you get the magnitude of ohms, if you do the reciprocal to this, then you will get mho value, which is called as Simon, which will be helpful for estimating our admittance part, Y, which is equal to G plus J BC. So this XC will be helpful for finding out the value of BC. That is why capacitance in farads is converted into ohmic value in our second bit. Okay. And coming to the third bit, the last bit, as all of us know that due to the existence of this capacitance C for a conductor, there obviously flows a current called as charging current, where the charging current IC is leading in nature. So that is why I call that current as leading current. Now in our third bit, we are going to calculate that charging current which is in the leading form for a kilometers of 1 kilometer length. Then the magnitude IC, which is equal to, as per Ohm's law, current I is equal to the ratio of the voltage to the ohms. So here the ohmic value is this much ohms, 0.337 into 10 power 6 ohmic value for 1 kilometer length. Then the charging current IC is equal to per phase voltage of this transmission line divided by XC of that transmission line, so that you can verify the current I is equal to voltage, which is defined in volts, and XC defined in ohms. Then the ratio of the voltage to the ohmic value is nothing but current in amperes. Then coming to the calculation, it is clear that the transmission line is operated for 132 kV line voltage. So we have to convert first of all that line voltage to phase voltage using the star connection formula. So in star connection, we know that V phase is equal to VL by root 3. Then the magnitude of the current per phase IC is equal to voltage 132 kV, K is expanded as 10 power 3 divided by root 3. So by dividing it with root 3, the line value was converted into phase value. Therefore, this entire thing is a phase value in the numerator part divided by XC. What is XC? In the calculated B bit, we got the value as 0.337 into 10 power 6. On calculating this calculation in the calculator, we will get the charging current magnitude IC as 0.226 amperes, which was calculated for a length of 1 kilometer line. So, observing the conclusions of this first problem, the first bit we completed on calculating the capacitance of the conductor, whose value is equal to 9.4385 into 10 power minus 9 farads per kilometer length. And in the second bit we calculated the ohmic value for same kilometer length, whose value is 0.337 into 10 power 6 ohms per kilometer. With the help of this XC, we estimated the amount of the leading current called as charging current, whose value is 0.226 amperes per kilometer length. Okay. Now let us see one more problem in calculating the capacitance and inductance of a single phase circuit line consisting of two conductors, but this line will have side A, side B. Side A is formed with three conductors and side B is formed with two conductors as a special case. So such a type of conductors, if they are available in the transmission line, then how to calculate the inductance as well as capacitance. Now we are going to see about that model. So as I told you, the given data, there are two sides on the electric pole with two phases running on them, as named as the conductors A, B, C forms side A, and they were separated with a certain distance. For conductors, two more conductors forming as side B, and these conductors are named as D and E. So this side A conductors, these three conductors are having a diameter of 40 mm. Okay, and in this side B conductors called as D and E, these two conductors are having a diameter of 80 mm. These are the diameters of the conductors A, B, C and D, E. So these conductors of the phases are separated with a distance of 4 meters, and similarly B and C conductors are also separated with 4 meters on the electric tower. Coming to the side A and side B, these two are separated with a cross arm having a length of 6 meters. For such a problematic case, we are going to calculate the inductance of side A, how much, and inductance of side B, and the total inductance L total is equal to how much. So it is again a single phase system. In general, we all of us know that in a single phase system there exists only two conductors with the phase wire and a return wire. But now it is a special case. This phase conductor is formed with three subconductors named as ABC, and return wire is also formed with two subconductors named as DE. For a subconductor's natured, how to calculate the inductance of this single phase system, we are going to see in this problem. So the simple solution is nothing but, first we will calculate the inductance of this side A separately. Similarly, the inductance of this side B separately as LA and LB. Later we will add to get the total inductance of the entire system. And the formula is same for every inductance, which was given as inductance is equal to 2 into 10 power minus 7 ln of mutual GMD by self GMD. Since I want to calculate LA, I'll put here suffix as a. 2 into 10 power minus 7 is a constant value. And coming to here, mutual distance from A to B, whatever the distance is there with respect to B to A, the same distance will be happened. That is why mutual GMD will be same from A and A to B and B to A. That is why separate suffix is not placed here. Coming to the self GMD, the self GMD varies from side A to side B because the number of conductors are going to change. Then we will have this as DSA as a suffix. In the same lines, the inductance of conductor side B, LB, which is given by 2 into 10 power minus 7 ln of, the mutual GMD is same, so dm by the self GMD of side B, DSB, and both what we are getting is half Henries per meter length. This is our objective. So to find out the magnitudes of LA and LB, one should know the magnitudes of DM, DSA, DSB. In the first step, I am going to calculate the mutual GMD, which will be helpful for both LA and LB. So I am going to calculate first mutual GMD, whose value is DM. So as per the theoretical knowledge, we know that the mutual GMD is nothing but between side A and side B, the possible distances. What are the possible distances between side A and side B? With reference to conductor A, if I take inside A, then how far that conductor A is separated with two conductors D and E. They are given with D, AD, next D, AE. So with respect to conductor A, I have seen the possible distances mutually, which was occurring from side A to side B. Similarly, with respect to conductor B, again I have to verify the distances of this D and E, how they were separated. They were separated by a distances of BD, okay, and next BE, DBE, next. So that with respect to conductor B, we completed these two terms. And next, with respect to conductor C, what is that distances possible? So with respect to conductor C, the distances is DCD and DCE. So this is CD and this is CE. All possible distances are identified from side A to side B. You may ask me a question, why you are observing only from side A to side B? Why not from B to A? Yes, that also you can identify. So from B to A, if you check, no, you will get 6 more terms. With respect to D, the distances are DA, DB, DC. Similarly, with respect to E, the distances are EA, EB, EC. But they are the same distances. Since they are the same distances, in the product process and whole to the power process, they will be cancelling out. That is why I am considering only from one side to the other side. So a minimum possible distances always we have to identify. They are now in this case total 6 quantities. They are AD, AE, BD, BE, next CD, CE. All these are the 6 possible distances. To get the mutual GMD, I have to product all those 6 possible distances whole to the power 1 by 6. Then let us see in detail what are the distances here available. DAD. Between A and D, directly in the problem they have given that it is 6 meters. Next, so DAD, which is equal to 6 meters. AE, this was AE distance. If you observe, it is a right angle triangle. In this right angle triangle, the sides are with 4 and 6. Then you can get the hypotenuse value as the required distance DAE, whose value is square root of, as per Pythagoras theorem, its value is 4 square plus 6 square. In the calculator, if you operate it, you will get the value as 7.21 meters. So that I got this value also. This value already given in the problem. And next BD. What is BD? Yes, this is B and this is D. This was the distance required, which is nothing but again a right angle triangle with the sides of 4 and 6. The same distance, that is 7.21 meters. So no need to calculate that BD, already calculated. And next BE. This is conductor B and this is conductor E. The distance already given, it was nothing but 6 meters. Directly I will take that 6 as BE. And next, conductor CD. If you check the conductor CD, this is the location of C and this is the location of D. And the distance between them is, this is the distance. Writing in a clear way, you will get this as a right angle triangle with corners as conductor A, conductor C and conductor D, with the sides as 6 meters, 4 plus 4, 8 meters. And we require this amount of distance, which is called as DCD, which is equal to square root of 6 square plus 8 square. Then you will get a magnitude of 10 meters. Okay. So CD was obtained as 10 meters. And the last possible distance is with C and E, which is a small right angle triangle with already calculated value 7.21. So with these two calculations, 7.21 and 10 meters, we got all the 6 values which are required to find out the mutual GMD. The mutual GMD now it is equal to, I repeat, they are DAD, AD value, substituting the values I am here, 6 into AE. AE value is a calculated value 7.21 multiplied by BD. BD is also 7.21 multiplied by BE. If you check that, this is B and this is E with a distance of 6 meters multiplied by CD. Yes, this is CD. With calculation we got it as 10 multiplied by CE. CE is a small right angle triangle with an hypotenuse of 7.21. So all 6 values I have obtained here. So product of all those whole to the power 1 by 6 gives me the mutual GMD, whose value is 7.16 meters, which will be helpful for me to find out the inductance, because I want DM in both the cases to find LA or LB. That is why in the first step I calculated the DM. In the second step I am going to calculate the self GMD of conductor side A and self GMD of conductor's side B. Then DSA, which is called as self GMD of side A. One should be careful here to calculate the self GMDs. So you have to identify the possible distances only to that phase itself, to that side itself. You should not go for the other side. So if you check for side A, 3 conductors are there which are having a possible distances, to find out them as DSA, which is equal to, first I start with conductor A, its own self distance called as DAA, okay, multiplied by, with respect to A, I'll check the distance of conductor B as DAB multiplied by. Next, with respect to same A, another conductor is there within the same side, that is conductor C. Then I have to write that distance as DAC. So these are the 3 possible distances of side A alone. In the same lines, we have to calculate the possible distances of its self value with respect to phase B. Similarly, for conductor C also. Altogether we will get total 9 distances, possible 9 distances. Out of 9, 3 of them are written with respect to conductor A. Next I am going to conductor B. Its own value called as DBB multiplied by, with respect to the remaining conductors of the same side, they are BA, BC. 6 terms, 6 distances are identified. 3 more distances are left over, which means to happen with the conductor C. They are the self distance DCC, DCA, DCB, whole to the power. Product of all the possible distances, whole to the power 1 by those many possible distances count. Here total 3 plus 3 6 plus 3 9. That is why whole to the power 1 by 9 we will put it here. In the previous step also we have done the same thing. Mutually we have identified in between side A and side B, the possible distances are 6. All those 6 are made product, whole to the power 1 by 6. In the same lines here also. Then the DSA value, it is equal to, directly I am substituting the values. If you calculate DAA, DBB and DCC, what are all these three? They are self GMDs of its own conductors whose values are R dash. Then what is R dash? R dash is nothing but a fictitious radius which will be helpful for us for finding out the magnitude as R dash, which is equal to 0.7788 into R, where R is the radius of the conductor. Since the diameter of the conductor was given here, what is the diameter? 40 mm. So the radius will become 20 mm, 20 into 10 power minus 3. Okay. Better to keep all the units in meters. That is why I have converted that millimeters to meters there itself. So DAA, DBB, DCC, all these three are similar conductors having the same diameter. That is why I will get R dash cube, whose value is now 0.7788 into 20 into 10 power minus 3 cube. Okay. So that three terms I have expanded here, AA, BB, CC, and the next 6 leftover terms are AB. AB was separated with 4 meters. AC, again 4 meters. AC, no, 4 plus 4, 8 meters. So this is 8. Next, BB, already written here in the cubed term. And next, BA. BA was separated with 4. BC, separated with 4. Multiplied by CC, already it is there in the cubed term. CA, CA was separated with 4 plus 4, 8 meters. CB, multiplied with 4, whole to the power 1 by 9. This gives us the value of the self GMD of side A as 0.734 meters on calculator. On observing in the calculator, you will get all this value as 0.734 meters. So that we got the value of DM, DSA. Next step, I will calculate DSB. Once all these values are obtained with us, directly I will go for the calculation of LA and LB. Then what is here DSB? If you check that DSB, whatever the thing we have done for side A, the same I will be obtaining for side B also, with 2 possible conductors having 4 distances as its own distance, DD, DE, second one, and third one, its own, EE, and next ED. Altogether, we will get 4 terms. What are they now? In the expansion, I will write them as its own, DDD, DE, EE, ED. So if you observe clearly, all these distances identified are within the conductors that are available in that side only. That is side B only. We are not going for side A. That is why we will call that as self, its own side. Okay. So DSB, on substituting, we will get the magnitudes as DD. As I told you, DD or EE are R dash values whose magnitude is 0.7788 into R, radius of the conductors that are available in side B. Then what is the diameter of side B? 80 mm. Then since diameter is 80 mm, the radius will become 40 mm. 40 into 10 power minus 3. This becomes the R dash for side B conductors. Then since 2 terms are there, I will put it as whole square. So 0.7788 into 40 into 10 power minus 3 whole square multiplied by remaining 2 possible distances from D to E and E to D. They are 4 meters. 4 into 4 whole to the power 1, 2, 3, 4. That is why it is there. 1 by 4 term is there. Previously also we have to put that as 1 by 4. So substituting all these values, then you will get the self GMD of side B as DSB, which is equal to 0.353 meters. Okay. So with the available values of DSA, DSB and mutual distance DM, we are ready for calculation of LA, LB and total inductance. So coming to LA, which is equal to direct substitutions, the formula is 2 into 10 power minus 7 ln of mutual GMD. The mutual GMD is 7.16 divided by self GMD of that side A. This is the value 0.734. 0.734. So I repeat, LA is equal to 2 into 10 power minus 7 ln of dm by ds. Then the magnitude of this LA is equal to 4.55 into 10 power minus 7 henries per meter. This much amount of inductance we can observe for side A forming with 3 conductors. Similarly, we are going to calculate the inductance of side B as LB. LB is equal to direct formula substitution 2 into 10 power minus 7 ln of the mutual GMD. The mutual GMD doesn't change, that is why 7.16, here also 7.16. Then what is the thing going to change? The self GMD of side B. This was the self GMD of side B, 0.353. So operating in the calculator, we will get the LB value as 6.02 into 10 power minus 7 Henry per meter. Yes, this is inductance B. Since LA and LB are available with us, the overall inductance of this single phase system with 5 conductors is L total. Just simply we will add up this LA and LB. LA plus LB. Written as almost its value is around 4.55 plus 6.02, that is 10.57 into 10 power minus 7 Henry per meter. So what we calculated is only for 1 meter length.